All right. Good evening and welcome to our episode 7. Before we start, let's just settle down. So let's close our eyes and take a deep breath. And as you exhale, relax your body. Let's take one more deep breath. And as you exhale, relax your body. Just a quick reminder that when we take a deep breath, make sure your stomach area is expanding when you inhale. And when you exhale, try to touch your spinal cord with your stomach area. Idea is to get every last air out of your lungs. It's actually reduces your blood pressure, somebody told me, so that's good. Now let's start with our gratitude attitude. So think of one thing which you are thankful for within your life in the last week or 2 weeks. Once you have identified that, figure out why you are thankful for that. And now let's make it free. So just tell someone who's next to you out loud what you're thankful for and why. If you are by yourself, just say it out loud and let it free in the universe. Okay, so today's topic is karma. Actually, we can do a series on karma. Maybe we will, but let's start with basic understanding. So let's discuss basic understandings of karma today. All of you have heard the phrase, what goes around comes around, or you reap what you sow. These are just reminders of how karma works. Actually, karma works in much more mysterious ways. But in general, virtuous karma, meaning good karma, creates pleasant experiences, and non virtuous karma, which is bad karma, creates unpleasant experiences. So let's look at the first thing, which is what is karma? So, karma is a body or a speech action initiated by mental action. So, one cannot create karma with just bodily action without mental intention. What do I mean by that? So, let's take an example. Let's say I accidentally slap you when trying to get a bee out of your face. In this scenario, I had no negative intention. And I had no intention at all to slap you, right? So I do not create negative karma in that case. So every time we create a mental action, it leaves what is known as a karmic imprint on our mind. So things we don't even know, right? But every time we do something by thinking about it or by saying, okay, let's do this, and you do it, it creates a karmic imprint. And this karmic imprint ripen at different times based on its potentialities. What does that mean? It means that different karmic imprints will give different results to you, but at timing of its choosing. So you don't have control over its timing. Each one of us has a different individual karma. That explains why we have a unique set of experience, right? No two people have exact same experience. And that's because laws of karma. They decide why every individual has a unique mental disposition, unique physical appearance, unique experience, and so on and so forth. You may notice that some people are prone to accidents or illness while others enjoy pleasant experiences. Some people are difficult to please and others are happy no matter what the circumstance. Even our acquaintances and relationships are based on karma. Sometimes you notice that you have a very close friendship or relationship with someone, but after some time it falls off. So they almost disappear from your life. Sometimes your friendship abruptly stops. You never talk again to that person. This is because of your karmic relationship with that person. And once karma is used up, there is no more bond. Like we talked about before, karma can ripen anytime. It's not necessary for one lifetime's karma to ripen in the same lifetime. That's important to understand, right? Because that explains why some people who are seemingly nicest people on earth, right? And they end up getting a lot of complexity and difficulties in their lives. Because often karma don't ripen in the same lifetime. This means that karma we created may ripen if the appropriate circumstances and potentialities arise. There's also another thing in karma, what's known as collective karma. So group of people and their collective karma ripen that creates external circumstances. For example, you look at Middle East, right? It's at war with itself for better part of 80 years, if not more, right? Uh, some places are prone to natural disasters, right? Hurricanes, fires, mudslides, this, that, and so on. This is why we have to make sure that we avoid negative or non-virtuous actions, mental actions, right? We must be mindful throughout the day to make sure that we are not creating negative karma. So it comes back to mindfulness, right? We talked about mindfulness in the meditation itself, that if we start thinking about something, then we bring it back to our breathing and whatnot. Similarly, we need to be mindful of our mental actions throughout the day, right? One idea may be to check in with ourselves every few hours initially, and then eventually it becomes a habit. When we are having a conversation, we must be careful as to what we say. Someone told me the other day, says before you say something or write something on a social media post, Ask yourself, is it true? Because there's a lot of nonsense going on. So if it's not true, don't say it, don't post it. Is it necessary? It may be true, but may not be necessary. If it is true and if it is necessary, is it kind? If the answer to any one of these questions is no, don't do it. Right? Because all it does is it creates negative karma, which will come back and haunt us someday. So that's the food for thought for today. Now let's begin our meditation. So first, let's sit in a meditation posture. Mentally make sure your spine is straight. If you can, sit in a cross-legged position. If not, just keep your legs straight. Keep your palms in your lap, right over left. Keep your jaw just a little bit open so it releases all the tension. For whatever reason, we hold on to tension in our jaw more than any place else in our body. Close your eyes. Now take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax all the muscles in your body. Take 2 more deep breaths on your own. And now try to settle down in your heart. Keep your focus on your breath, the sensation of your breath on your nostril. When you inhale, feel the cold air coming in. When you exhale, feel the warm air going out. Just focus on your breath for a minute or two. If your thought comes to your mind, just acknowledge the thought. Don't try to chase it. If you find yourself chasing your thoughts, just go back to the sensation of your breath for about 3 to 5 breaths and it will calm down. Again, if a thought arises, just gently acknowledge that. Don't try to chase it, and it will dissolve itself. Now, think about all the mental actions we take on a daily basis. And how many times we may be creating negative karma. This negative karma is building up for lifetimes. We don't know when they will ripen and give us pain and suffering, but we know someday it will. So, at a minimum, we must stop digging this hole. So, if we can think that all the negative karmas I've created adds to my pain and suffering, so I must stop negative mental action. I must stop non virtuous actions. It will stop adding to my sufferings in the future. With that contemplation, let's try to focus single pointedly at our heart that I must avoid negative actions. Just think of that at your heart for a minute or two. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Okay, any questions?
That was very interesting about karma.
Yeah, it's very interesting that, and I read this book. It is about 170 pages on karma. So I was thinking, we'll make a series out of it.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
Um,
Interesting.
Yeah.
there are, we talked about stopping negative karmas, right? So there are about 10 negative karmas. We'll start there maybe next week. Specific negative karmas and its effects. And then some karmas actually manifest themselves, right, in suffering. Some just have potentialities. So let's say, we hit a mosquito or something and we killed it with, like, I want to kill that, right? Um, and if that happens, right, you may get an opportunity to do more negative karmas, right? That's called potentiality. So, like, you're in a situation where you want to, do some negative things, but if you consciously stop it and back down, then that takes care of that part of that karma, old karma. So it's pretty interesting discussion actually we can have.
Yeah. I think it'll be good to do a series on karma.
Yeah. So we'll do about 5 or 6. I think it easily lead to 5 or 6 sessions, but we'll try that.
Okay.
So, all right. Any other question?
No, I think this was good.